Hey guys, I hope we all have a fun game, no matter who ends up winning.
I want to kill that guy.
Hey guys, I'm back with another video. I rarely do videos with my actual voice, but I feel like for this one specifically, it's kind of important that I do.
Just a heads up, guys, this video is going to be kind of long, and I'm just going to be kind of talking about random things. The visuals aren't going to be very crazy the rest of the video, so if you just want to have this on in the background, go ahead. I encourage that, actually, because, yeah, I'm just going to be mainly talking.
So I'm going to be talking about something that's kind of been like an elephant in the room type deal that I feel like I've gone without addressing for months on end, and it's not anything super serious or anything, it's just something that I feel like is worth addressing. I wanted to make a video talking about my future with FNAF. I have not made a FNAF animation in pretty much over a year now. Am I quitting FNAF? Am I done making FNAF animations? I want to say no. And the reason why I sound uncertain when I say that is because I am at a point in my life right now, more than ever, where I don't know what my future holds. The reason for that is, for those who do not know, I have been in art school the last 4 years. I just got done this past May completing my animation degree, so I'm officially now a graduate. Very, very happy about that. You know, I've been in school for most of my life. I might never go back to school again, so it's like, you know, it's like, now what? McDonald's or something? I hope not, but, you know, I'm open to the possibility. This past year, I started working on a important project to finish my schooling, which was my capstone short film. So for the past 10 months, that's what I've been doing, basically, is only working on my capstone film. Right now, I'm still working on it because I'm not fully proud of it yet, and I don't think it fully reflects my current abilities as an animator and storyteller, but I do want to share it publicly, and before I do, it needs to be improved more. I have not done very much fan art in general because I started to take my capstone more seriously. And you guys might be wondering, why have you just been posting furries the past year? And the reason for that is because my capstone is an original short film that I'm making with anthropomorphic characters in it. Now, I do want to clear something out right now. I'm using this as my persona currently for this video. This is my character Waylon, who was originally a FNAF OC, but this current version is one related to my capstone short film. I do want to make a human model of myself to use in future videos like this where I'm talking, because I think right now I'm definitely not beating the furry allegations. I don't personally identify as a furry, and I don't think I ever will, honestly. And I have a few reasons for that. I just don't really feel comfortable identifying as one, and I don't think it's a big enough aspect of my personality to where it's like literally my identity. But don't get me wrong, I still think furries are really cool. I have quite a few friends that are furries, and I like furry art all the time because it's really well made. The world that I'm building for my capstone has both anthropomorphic animal characters and human characters in it as well. The reason I did this was because I wanted to get experience designing and animating a wide variety of character design, including different animals and stuff, because that would look better on my character modeling portfolio. I didn't choose regular animals that walk on all fours because I would have had to like change a lot about my film's premise to make that work. Like, it would have had to not be on like a regular racetrack. It would have to be in like a forest or something with a lot of wildlife, which was going to be a little too ambitious. So I just chose to use anthropomorphic animals. Movies that have come out in the last like 10 years, like Zootopia and The Bad Guys, utilize anthropomorphic characters in like a modern setting, so I got really inspired by that and wanted to do that for my project as well. But again, kind of like do a twist on it where there's also humans as well. I'm open to the idea of turning my capstone project into a bigger project eventually, either being a series of some kind or like, you know, possibly like a web comic, maybe like a 3D web comic. I don't know if those exist. Just some kind of ongoing project that I can work on as my art abilities continue to evolve. I want it to become the thing that I'm known for, or at least a thing that I'm known for. I don't want my FNAF stuff to be the only thing that I'm known for, because that's not truly my own work, I feel. It's mostly my own work. You know, I have my own style when it comes to FNAF animations, and I have my own, you know, they're my animations that I took a lot of time to do. but it's still based off of someone else's IP. You know, I feel like I'm kind of limiting myself to some capacity, only making FNAF stuff as my main art, especially as someone who is now officially doing this as a job. Throughout school, I was told by many professors, like, not to focus on fan art and to focus on original work instead, because it's very important in your formative years to, like, have your own voice for yourself and to show that you are experienced with, like, telling your own stories. I personally have some disagreements, like, where I would say doing fan art still helps you prepare for professional animation or illustration work, because it shows that you can mimic other people's styles, and that's what you're going to be doing for your job anyways. So I still would argue it's a good, like, technical skill, but from what I've been told, making your own original work is important, and as someone who's mainly only done fan art, I wanted to branch out and do something different, focusing on original stuff.
Damn, that is pretty good! But I got one final demand.
Now.
And I think in general it's been really helping improve my portfolio. I'm officially technically a professional animator, or at least I'm set up to be one. My goal now is to get a job in the animation industry. My ultimate dream is to work on movies, shows, video games. Like, that is what I've gone to school for the past 4 years, is to make that my future. And now that I've graduated, that future is almost here. I gotta work very hard to land a place in this industry. And I still don't even know for sure if I'm gonna land anything for the next year or two. I won't know unless I try. So I've already applied to quite a few places, but I'll be applying to many more. But I do still want to do fan art as well for fun. I will say though, as of recent, I've been more interested in the Amazing Digital Circus than I have FNAF, because there's been no new FNAF content. I basically consider Digital Circus my favorite 3D animated cartoon of all time, so I've been very invested in that as a 3D animator.
Just a disclaimer, I'm not trying to say I'm bored of FNAF. I still want to make FNAF stuff.
I'm not trying to say that like, oh, the Steel Wool era's bad and Secret of the Mimic sucks. No, Secret of the Mimic actually is probably my favorite FNAF game. That game made me cry. It got an emotional reaction out of me that I've never had another FNAF game give me. So, I love Secret of the Mimic. It's just the timing of it coming out when I'm not a teenager anymore and I'm trying to make animation my job. I wasn't able to put much time into doing Secret of the Mimic fan art. I basically put no time into it. I have a really personal project I wanted to make related to FNAF that I started working on halfway through college with my current skill set. I wanted to make a FNAF fan game, and I've had this plan for 7 to 8 years now. I've had it for a very long time. Me and my sibling and a couple other people wanted to make it, and I haven't had time to commit to it. Now that it's been over a year since I've touched any of those models or assets, part of me wants to already remake them because I feel like I've improved a bit since then, and there's certain things that I don't like anymore with them. So, you know, I'm done at college now. I feel like I don't want to abandon it. I don't want it to just be a phase that I move out of. I still want to make it a thing. If so, it's going to take a long time to do. Probably at least 2 years of work, probably longer, because it's a pretty ambitious idea. I don't know a lot about making games. I would have to learn a bit, and I'd probably have to work with programmers. But in my case personally, unless I'm working with a team of people, I probably don't have enough time to do that. I'd be willing to do like group projects with FNAF, I just can't do it by myself. And honestly, that might be what I end up doing, is I might start, I might end up joining like some fan game teams in the future. Possibly. I've never done that before. That is a new avenue for me. So I would have to muster up the confidence to ask some people like, hey, do you need an extra person, or apply to things. If I'm doing FNAF content, unfortunately, because I've chosen to do animation as a job, I need to be making money from it. And I hate to say that. I feel like I sound greedy saying that, but it's true. I have never really been able to make money doing FNAF stuff. The only real way to make money doing FNAF stuff is doing commissions for really big channels or music artists. I've tried to work with a few different song artists, and ultimately I wasn't able to deliver, and I'm willing to admit that. Part of that is my own fault, just because I wasn't committing enough time to the project. My excuse, and this is not a good excuse, because I'm sure everyone has this excuse, because I assume at least that most people are going through this, but maybe not. The big excuse for me has been, I'm too busy with school. That has been my big excuse throughout the entirety of my time on the internet, making animations. That's a big reason why so many animations I've tried to do have gotten delayed or canceled, and why I've never made a full-length song animation before, is because I've always felt too busy with school. I don't want to say I feel like a failure, I feel like that's too negative, but it makes me feel weird. It makes me feel like I'm not cut out for this based on other people who are able to do these really high quality, impressive videos for people, and assuming that they have regular other life things to worry about on top of that. And then there's me who's using those other life things as an excuse not to do it. I've always felt very weird, and I think in this community for that reason, admittedly. But don't get me wrong, I'm trying to say that I have massive respect for animators who have the discipline, despite everything else going on in their lives, to like commit to a project like that for such a long period of time. The whole point of me bringing that up is I've never really been able to make money doing FNAF content, because YouTube does not pay me a lot at all because I don't post very often. YouTube's algorithm is not really meant for animators unless you are making content out of your animations and doing a lot of behind the scenes videos. I've been noticing recently where usually people's behind the scenes videos blow up more than the actual animation themselves, and that can apply to anything, not just FNAF. Unfortunately for animators, I feel like it's a little bit harder to appease YouTube's algorithm compared to people who sit in front of a camera and play a game, or just record a vlogging video or something. I'm not trying to dig on people who make that kind of content at all, because I watch that type of content all the time. I'm just kind of speaking the honest truth, is that animation is not something you can milk into content every single day unless you're an insanely fast animator who probably is depriving themselves of sleep and other life things to achieve that, and it's usually not sustainable. But my main point is, unfortunately, because I've chosen to do animation as a career and I'm trying to build my portfolio right now and land my first animation gig that's gonna actually pay me a livable wage, I don't have a lot of time for fan art right now. Unfortunately, that is the current situation that I'm in now that I'm officially a college graduate and I'm trying to find my footing as a starting animator in the animation industry. Like I said, I do still want to make FNAF content. It's just I don't know if I do, it's not going to be very often. And, you know, unless I can find my mojo with doing something that actually compensates me in some way financially, in the near future at least, it's not feasible for me with the current phase of my life that I'm in. I'm not a teenager anymore. I need to start making money and, you know, starting to build my future, you know. But with that being said, thank you guys all so much for watching. I've rambled about a lot of things in this video, but I hope all of this makes sense. I hope I don't sound like greedy or like a crazy person. It's just, yeah, this is the current situation that I'm in, and I have to work with it. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you soon.